Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, let's get straight to it. You want to speak English better, more fluently, right? But finding someone to practice with, that feels like, well, a constant struggle sometimes.
It really does. A common problem.
Yeah, maybe you're prepping for something important, a presentation maybe, or just trying to keep your skills sharp for work, or perhaps you just love languages.
Right, whatever your reason.
If any of that sounds like you, well, you're definitely in the right place. We're not going to overwhelm you with theory here.
No, not at all.
The idea is to pull out the really practical, useful stuff from our sources. Today, that's some great tips from an Easy English Talk YouTube video. It's called The Right Way to Practice Speaking Alone.
A very helpful resource, actually.
Our mission today, pretty simple, give you techniques you can actually use to boost your English speaking, even if you're practicing totally on your own.
Exactly. So let's maybe tackle the big question first. Why does talking to yourself in English feel so weird?
Yeah, it's a good question. There's this built-in shyness, isn't there? That little voice saying, "What are you doing? No one's even listening."
That's precisely it. The video points this out. It feels unnatural, maybe even a bit silly. And you might worry, about family hearing you and thinking what's going on, or just feeling embarrassed about mistakes, even when nobody's around.
Oh, I totally get that. You sit down, you're determined, you're going to practice, and then your mind just goes completely blank.
Yeah, poof. Nothing.
It's like the engine won't start. And without someone right there to say, hey, maybe try this word, or that pronunciation needs work, how do you know if you're doing it right?
Right. You don't get that immediate correction, that feedback on grammar or how you sound.
Yeah.
It can feel like shouting into the void, like you said. And the video makes a really important point here. These feelings, these difficulties, they often make learners just delay. They wait for a practice partner.
Who might never show up.
Exactly. So practice gets postponed indefinitely.
But, okay, there's good news, right? The video says speaking alone can actually work.
Yes, absolutely. It offers a really positive message.
Yeah.
If you do it the right way, strategically, speaking alone can genuinely boost your fluency. It can even become, fun and definitely effective.
Fun, huh? I like the sound of that.
Think about learning to ride a bike. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Very wobbly.
Exactly. Felt weird, awkward at first, but then it clicks. Comes natural. Speaking alone is kind of similar.
Okay.
And, it's worth remembering, even native speakers talk to themselves. We have internal chats all the time.
True. Thinking out loud.
Yeah, processing things. So making that process external for language learning, it's actually not that strange when you think about it.
Okay, so we've admitted it feels weird, but it's potentially useful. Let's get practical. What's the very first step the video suggests for actually doing this solo practice?
Step 1. It sounds almost too simple, but it's powerful. Just start talking to yourself in English out loud.
Okay, like about anything.
Pretty much anything. The video emphasizes just verbalizing what's going on. Describe what you're doing right now. Talk about your thoughts, your plans for the day, whatever pops into your head.
Can you give us some concrete examples? Like, what would that actually sound like?
Sure. Let's say you're brushing your teeth. You could literally say, okay, now I'm brushing my teeth, getting the back ones, need more toothpaste.
Okay. Narrating the mundane.
Exactly. Or ask yourself questions in English, like, what am I going to wear today? And then answer yourself, maybe weighing options aloud, maybe the blue shirt, no, it's chilly, perhaps the sweater.
Got it.
The video even suggests trying mini role plays, like pretend you're ordering coffee or asking for directions. You're basically taking your internal thoughts and making them external.
So you're actively using the language, retrieving words, building sentences.
Precisely. It forces your brain to work in a way that just listening or reading doesn't. And the best part, zero pressure, no judgment.
Makes sense. A private workout for your English brain. Okay, what's the next technique the video brings up?
Step 2 involves practicing in front of a mirror.
The mirror. I knew it was coming. Feels a bit stagey.
It can feel a bit strange, yeah, the video acknowledges that. But it makes a strong case for how it helps build confidence and, interestingly, improve your body language when speaking English.
Body language. How does looking in a mirror help with that specifically for English?
Well, communication isn't just words, is it? It's your facial expressions, how you hold yourself, your gestures.
True.
Practicing in the mirror makes you aware of all that. You see yourself as others might. Are you frowning when you're trying to sound friendly? Are you making eye contact with yourself?
Okay, I see. It's like getting visual feedback.
Exactly. You can see if your expressions match your words.
So what should you actually practice saying to the mirror?
The video suggests starting simple. Basic greetings like, hello, my name is. Practice smiling, making eye contact. Short, common phrases work well too.
Right.
And here's a neat tip from the video. Watch your mouth movements. Seeing how your mouth forms sounds can actually help you fine-tune your pronunciation.
Oh, that's interesting. Like physically seeing the shape for an R sound or a TH sound?
Precisely. And they stress that even just 5 minutes a day doing this can make a real difference in how confident you feel and look when you speak.
5 minutes. That's really manageable. Okay, building confidence visually. What's step number 3 from the video?
Step 3 is a technique called shadowing. Have you ever tried that?
I've definitely heard of it. Can you break down exactly what shadowing involves for someone who hasn't done it?
Sure thing. Shadowing is basically listening to a native English speaker, could be from a podcast, a YouTube video like the one we're discussing, maybe a movie.
Okay.
And you repeat exactly what they say almost at the same time, or maybe just a fraction of a second behind them, like you're their echo or their shadow.
So it's not just repeating the words later, it's trying to match their timing and sound as they speak?
Exactly. It's about capturing the rhythm, the intonation, the melody of the language, not just the individual words.
Ah, the melody. I like that.
Yeah. So if you hear someone say, I'm going to the store, you try to say it with the same speed, the same ups and downs in their voice, even the pauses.
It sounds like mimicking, but in a focused way.
It is. And the video points out it's kind of like how kids learn their first language through imitation. It trains your brain and your mouth muscles to produce English sounds and rhythms more naturally. Plus, it's great for your listening skills, too.
2 birds with 1 stone, then. Listening and speaking practice combined. Any tips from the video on how to start with shadowing?
Yeah, they advise starting small. Short sentences first. Then gradually work your way up to longer phrases or sentences.
Makes sense. Don't try to shadow a whole monologue right away.
Right. And using subtitles at the beginning can help if you're finding it hard to keep up. But the goal is eventually to do it without the text, relying just on your ears to catch the sounds and rhythm.
Okay, cool technique. So we've got talking to yourself, mirror practice, shadowing. What's the next tool in the kit from the video?
Step 4 is recording yourself speaking. And this is the crucial part, actually listening back to that recording.
Oof, listening to your own voice. That's the one everyone dreads, isn't it?
It really is. The video totally gets that. It admits many people find it, well, jarring. But it really hammers home how incredibly helpful it is for seeing your progress and spotting things you need to work on. It taps into that self-awareness piece of learning.
So how does it work? Just hit record on your phone and talk?
Pretty much. Pick a topic, any topic. Your day, your favorite food, a movie you saw, anything. Talk for maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Then, the important bit. Listen back, but listen actively. Ask yourself questions like, was I clear? Did I use the words I wanted to use? Did I hesitate a lot? How was my pronunciation on certain words?
It sounds like being your own coach in a way. A bit tough, but direct?
It's very direct. You'll probably notice things you had no idea you were doing while speaking. Maybe you always stumble over a particular sound, or you use constantly.
Right. Things you just don't notice in the moment?
Exactly. Once you hear those patterns, you can consciously focus on fixing them next time you practice. The video even suggests keeping a kind of voice diary.
A voice diary. Tell me more.
Just recording yourself regularly, maybe once a week over a period of time. Then you can go back and listen to recordings from months ago and actually hear the improvement. That could be super motivating.
That's a brilliant idea for tracking progress long term. Okay, that makes 4 steps. What's number 5 from the video?
Step 5 is using prompts or flashcards. The main idea here is to help you think faster and more spontaneously in English. It gets you past that, what should I talk about, hurdle.
Ah, so it gives you a starting point immediately. How would you use flashcards, for instance?
Simple. You could just write different topics or questions on small cards. Things like, describe your family. What's your dream job? Talk about what you did yesterday.
Okay.
Then you just shuffle them, pick one, and speak about that topic for, say, 1 or 2 minutes. The video calls it a mini speech challenge.
A mini speech challenge. I like that. So it pushes you to organize your thoughts and speak right away.
Exactly. No time to overthink or script it out. It's practice for real-life conversation where you have to respond on the spot. The video also mentions there are apps that give you daily speaking prompts, too, if you prefer digital.
Good tip.
The real goal is to get comfortable speaking without long, awkward pauses while you search for words. Just keep the flow going.
Right, building that fluency muscle. Okay, makes total sense. And the final step, number 6.
Step 6 is setting yourself speaking time challenges. These are like little timed sprints to build up your speaking stamina.
Speaking stamina. How do these challenges work?
The idea is pretty straightforward. Challenge yourself to speak continuously in English for a set amount of time and gradually increase it.
Okay.
So you might start by trying to speak nonstop for just 1 minute. Use your phone timer. See if you can do it. Once that feels okay, push it to 2 minutes. Then 3.
And just talk about anything during that time.
Yep, whatever comes to mind. Or maybe use one of those prompts from step 5. The key is continuous speech. Afterwards, you can listen back to the recording if you made one and see how fluent you sounded during that timed period.
It sounds like a good way to make practice consistent and kind of measurable, like interval training for speaking.
Exactly. It adds a bit of structure and motivation. You're competing against your previous time.
Okay, so that's a really solid 6-step plan from the video. But it also mentions something crucial beyond just the techniques, right?
Yep.
About mindset.
Oh, absolutely. The video really stresses this. You can have all the best techniques in the world, but without the right mindset, a positive, resilient one, it's tough to stick with it.
Yeah, I can see that.
It acknowledges that everyone hits points where they feel discouraged. You know, you're tired, you feel shy, you think, ugh, I'm not getting better fast enough.
That plateau feeling, it can really kill your motivation. What's the advice for pushing through that?
The main message is that fluency is a journey. It takes time. It's a marathon, not a quick sprint.
Yeah.
So the emphasis is on consistency over perfection. Just keep showing up, practice regularly, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. That's better than aiming for one perfect long session once a week.
And it's okay to feel nervous or make mistakes.
Totally. Okay. The video normalizes that completely. Mistakes aren't failures. They're actually how you learn. They show you where you need to grow.
They had that quote too, didn't they? Something about starting.
Yes. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. It's a great reminder just to begin, jump in, even if you feel unsure.
I like that.
And the video encourages celebrating the small wins along the way. Did you speak for a full minute without stopping? Awesome. Did you use a new phrase correctly? Celebrate that.
Acknowledging the progress, however small.
Yeah, it keeps you going. And crucially, remember why you're doing this.
Your motivation.
Exactly. Keep that reason. Travel, job, friends, personal growth, keep it front and center. It fuels you when things get tough. So be kind to yourself, stay positive, and just keep speaking.
That's really vital advice. Now, the video also warned about a few common mistakes, didn't it? Things to avoid when you're practicing alone.
Yes, definitely. Knowing the pitfalls can help you steer clear. A big one is trying to be perfect right away.
The perfectionism trap.
Exactly. Worrying so much about grammar or pronunciation that you freeze up and don't speak at all. The video reminds us, focus on progress, not perfection. Improvement comes through speaking, mistakes and all.
Okay, what's another common mistake?
Practicing without a clear focus, just sort of rambling aimlessly.
Yeah.
While any speaking is better than none, the video suggests your practice is more effective if you have a goal for the session. Like deciding, okay, today I'm going to talk about my hobbies, or I'm going to try using past tense verbs correctly. Having a topic or a specific focus makes it more productive.
Gives it direction. Makes sense. And you mentioned earlier about listening back. Is not doing that a common mistake?
Huge mistake, according to the video. Skipping the recording and listening part means you miss a massive opportunity to learn about your own speech. You don't get that objective feedback.
You don't really know what to work on.
Precisely. So the advice is, keep it simple, set small goals, record yourself sometimes, listen back critically but kindly, and be patient. And that final little mantra they shared.
What was that?
Speak bravely, not perfectly.
Love that. Speak bravely, not perfectly. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of what we've pulled from this Easy English Talk video deep dive.
Okay.
Speaking alone might feel weird initially, but it's actually a super powerful way to improve your fluency.
And there's a clear path. Talk to yourself daily, use a mirror for confidence and body language, try shadowing native speakers.
Record yourself and listen back honestly, use prompts to get started quickly, and set those timed speaking challenges to build stamina.
And wrap all of that in a positive mindset. Focus on consistency, not perfection. Remember why you started, celebrate small wins, and don't be afraid of mistakes.
And avoid those key mistakes. Aiming for perfection too soon, practicing without any focus, and definitely don't skip listening back to your recordings.
Right. That self-assessment is gold.
Okay, this is all great advice. Let's give our listener a really concrete action plan for this week based on everything we've discussed from the video.
Sounds good. Here's a simple plan you can literally start today. Step 1. Each day this week, pick one topic. Keep it simple: food, hobbies, your weekend plans, travel.
Okay, one topic per day.
Step 2. Speak out loud about that topic for just 2 to 5 minutes. Your choice: use the mirror or just record it on your phone.
2 to 5 minutes daily. Got it.
Step 3. Sometime this week, maybe twice, make sure you actually record yourself and critically listen back to those recordings. Really listen.
Record and listen back at least twice.
Step 4. When you listen back, just note down one thing you did well. Maybe you used a good phrase or spoke clearly, and one specific thing you want to improve next time.
One positive, one area for improvement. Simple.
Step 5. Stick with this for the whole week. Just 7 days to start building that consistent speaking habit. And remember, you're not alone in this. There's a huge global community of learners doing the same thing.
That's a fantastic, really doable plan. And like the video emphasizes, the more you practice consistently, the easier and more natural speaking English will feel.
Absolutely. It's a skill. Like any skill, the more you use it, the better you get. So start today. Even a few minutes makes a difference.
Definitely. And maybe one last thought for you, our listener, to really make this week's practice stick.
Yeah, here's something to try. Think of one specific situation coming up soon where you really want to feel more confident speaking English.
Okay, like a meeting, or ordering food, or talking to a neighbor.
Exactly. Could be anything. Now, as you do your practice this week, talking to yourself, using the mirror, whatever, picture yourself in that specific situation, speaking confidently, using the English you're practicing right now, mentally rehearse it.
Oh, that's powerful. Connecting the practice directly to a real-life goal. Brilliant.
Makes it feel much more relevant.
Absolutely. And of course, do check out the original Easy English Talk video on YouTube if you want to dive even deeper. There's lots more there.
Definitely worth a watch.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today. Keep practicing.